like to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay. I had to do some updates on my software. Sit back, relax, watch the clock. We will be getting started shortly. I had a change of plan. I was planning on having a discussion on the black on black crime as well as police reform. I had guests coming on today, but there was a conflict in the scheduling. So therefore, this is my backup plan. We're going to be talking about the PPP. That's that loan forgiveness program to those who have businesses. We're going to be discussing that. So just sit back and relax. Want to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. Looking like we got some problems going on with my software here. Got a little lag time, um, it appears. But today I wanted to speak on the black on black crime as well as the police reform. But unfortunately, we have some, um, we had a conflict in the scheduling. And so therefore, coming with you all with this bag up um, broadcast, speaking on um, the PPP, which stands for, I think that's the protection. Let me get it out. The Paycheck Protection Program is actually what we're going to be discussing. There's a few people that approached me, asking me about this program. Actually, to be honest with you, I didn't know a whole lot about it. I did know that it exists, and so therefore, I want to go ahead and try to explain as best I can. There is a program, as I indicated, for those who have some form of business. That it be, how you doing, Mrs. Williams? That it be um, small business, uh, freelancing. You may have a provide a service or selling a product. Of course, you can benefit from this money. There is a application, of course, that you will have to fill out. Let me go up here and see if I can pull it up. Just show you what I'm talking about here. Now I don't know if you all can see that. Let me try to blow it up a little bit. See if that'll work. That may be too much right there. Yeah, I think it is. Let's go down a little bit. Anyway, this is what is called PPP Loan Forgiveness Program. Now, although you see the word loan, but actually this loan eventually will be forgiven, considering um, commit to all the things that is asked of you um, in terms of keeping your business going. If you have employees on payroll, your I think there's a condition where to keep them gainfully employed, not to lay them off, and so there's some conditions um, that is comes along with this loan forgiveness program here. And if you get outside those conditions of this loan forgiveness program, you may very well end up paying back the loan. Okay, but let me just run through it right quick. As you can see, it got look like you got two draws, first draw and the second draw, and then you get how and when to apply for a loan forgiveness. That third section there, you must apply to ask that your loan be forgiven. There's a timeline to do that, and if you don't um, um, ask for your loan to be forgiven, then you will be required to pay that loan back. But like I say, there's a deadline date. Then you get your forgiveness forms and instruction. I'm just going to try to see if I can blow this up a little bit. I hope you all can see this here. Um, but it don't appears that it's on my screen over here. So let me add it and see if that'll work. Want to make sure that we got everything working properly. Look like we get it on screen now. Okay, so let's go up here and just go through it again. As I indicated, you get two draws, first draw and second draw, and you get how and when to apply for the loan forgiveness. You may have to turn your phone landscape where you can actually see the wording. If we go ahead and scroll down, if you look at that first paragraph there, it's a first draw PPP loans made to eligible borrowers qualified for the full loan forgiveness if during the 8 to 24 week cover period following the loan disbursement. Okay. Now, those are some of the conditions there. Employee and compensation levels are maintained. Okay. The loan proceeds are spent on payroll costs and other eligible expenses. And your last bullet, at least 60% of the proceeds are spent on payroll costs. So you must follow those bullet points there. That is all in the first draw. We come to the second draw. You get a second draw in terms of funding. Um, the second draw, PP loan made to eligible borrowers qualified for full loan forgiveness if during the 8 to 24 week cover period following loan disbursement. Okay. You also got a website there on the bottom there where you can go and print out the loan application, which I will show you that as we go. Uh, but anyway, it say how and when to apply for the loan. Okay. Uh, just simply, a borrower can apply for loan forgiveness once all loans proceed for which the borrower is requesting forgiveness has been used. You can't get this money and pinch off of it, and just um, put it up somewhere to where you might want to use it later. And I'm thinking that the only way that you can have a second draw, all the money that you received in the first draw must have been spent. That's the purpose of you getting a loan, is to spend the money. If you don't spend the money, we can't stimulate the economy. Wouldn't you agree? But borrower can apply for forgiveness anytime up to the maturity date of the loan. If borrowers do not apply for loan forgiveness within 10 months, did you hear that? In other words, when you get this money, you got up to 10 months to ask that your loan be forgiven. All right. After the last day of the covered period, the PPP loan payments are no longer deferred. In other words, uh, they are not deferred. You can't put it off. Borrowers will begin making loan payments to their PPP lender. I imagine that they have a list of PPP lender. You may have your own, but anyway, that is who you will be communicating with, your PPP lender. To apply for loan forgiveness, contact your PPP lender and complete the correct form. All right. You basically get some information right here. Your lender can provide you with either the SBA, the Small Business Administration form. Govern yourself to those forms there, 3508, SBA form 3508, EZ, and so forth. You can read that material there when you prefer, have a little spare time, that is. But comply with the documentation. This basically just giving you all the instructions. I'm not going to go through all this here. I'm just going to scroll through it. All right. So submit the forgiveness form and documentation to your PPP lender. Complete your loan forgiveness application and submit it to your lender with the required supporting documents and follow up with your lender to submit additional documentation as requested. Consult your lender for additional guidance and provide requested documentations in a timely manner. Okay. Communications with your PPP lenders, very important, you all. Okay. Um, Also, there are some changes in the rules since President Biden took over. You got recent legislation eliminated the original requirement to deduct the amount of the EIDL advance you may have received it from your PPP loan forgiveness. All right. So that's basically we're just about at the end of it. But that's what we have right there. We're going to come back and talk about some other things, of course, but that's pretty much it on it. Now, I want to show you the loan application. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right. So let's see if we can pull that up. Loan application. Let's go to it. See if we can. That's not it. I think this is it. So let's see if we can uh, go ahead and pull that up right now. Let me go back. Make sure I'm on the right thing here. Okay. So what we want to do is try to go and pull up the application where you all can see exactly um, what I'm talking about here. Okay. Give me just 1 minute. Had to update everything and so that's not it. No, that's not it. Let me go back, get out, and let me go back and pull pull it up again. All right, just give me a minute. I'm trying to pull up the application. That way, when you go to the your computer and you want to print out the application, you'll know that you're printing out the correct application. Okay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and find it. Bum, 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 bum. Where are you? Long application instructions. I don't know if that's it or not. We're gonna click on it and see. All right. I just went back to the same old, same old. Oh, here we go, right here. Now, if I can go ahead and share that screen, because that's what I'm looking for right there. If I can share that screen, just give me 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. I having a little time pulling up this stuff. Okay. Okay, where you at? I'm going to say this is it. If that ain't it, that's the other one. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay. Now, I just want to show you all what the long application look like. Want to make sure this. Oh, there we go. It's on my screen now. I just want to show you all what it looked like. But this is the application. You know, they have some. If you go and start Googling, you get certain companies that want you to go ahead and take the expressway to fill out your application. I wouldn't trust those. But this is the original application here. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit for you, so you can see it a whole lot better. I'm hoping that right there will work for you. But this is the application that you will submit. Look like it's 13 pages. Okay. I'm not going to read all this here. I just want to show you that when you print out this application, this is the application, what it'll look like. I'm just going to scroll through it where you can see exactly how it looks. Paycheck Protection Program Loan Forgiveness Application Form 3508, last revised January the 19th, 2021. Okay. But this is what the form looked like. That's page 2. Of course, you got signatures down there. Paycheck Protection Plan. This is page 3 that's coming up. Just want to just run through it and just show you exactly what the long application looked like. Okay. So this is what it looked like. I know I'm going fast, but hopefully you'll get a wink of what this application looked like. When you begin to want to print it out, you'll know you have the correct Paycheck Protection Program application to submit, requesting funding. But this is what it looked like. We're gonna go to the final page. That's 12, 13 coming up. This is the final page right here, 13, and that's it. So that is what your long application looked like right there. Okay. So we're going to get out of there and we're going to go back. And I want to pull up one more slide for you all. If you all have any questions over here, just let me know. Don't look like Miss Williams, I see, is the only one that's watching right now. Hopefully, others will go and watch it in their spare time. But we're going to pull up one more piece of information here that I want to give you all. Let me pull it up right now. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, there we go right there. Okay, let me turn this around. Okay, as I indicated, many of you have your city council in your mayor. They may submitted an application for certain funding from the CARES Act, and in that application, they expressed their desire as to what the funding is for and how they will spend it. And so I just want to run through. This is the budget here, so we're not going to cover that. This is Blava budget for right now. something like a little over $29 million budget. Uh, of course, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some of those things in a minute. Uh, but let's go to, um, let me find it. Let me find it. If you all have any questions on that application, just feel free to let me know. And I try to answer as best I can. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn this thing around. Look like it's upside down here. Okay. Come on, get it right. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, really what I wanted to talk to you all about before I get to the tracking the money on the CARES Act, this is an example of unnecessary spending for Blyville. This Thunder Bay right here, this is our golf course. We continue to lose a lot of money on this golf course. Um, Very little coming in and tons of dollars going out in expense, in salaries and, the upkeep of the golf course, which we're in a pandemic, and I don't think, to my knowledge, they hadn't really made any money this past year. But nevertheless, the expenditures continue to not decrease. For example, let me just show you. If we'll scroll all the way down, uh, let me find it. We'll scroll all the way down. There's a budget, something like $515,000, I believe, that we're spending on the golf course. Let me find it. Where is that? I'm probably gonna have to start from the beginning. Okay, that's not it. Let me come back to that. I don't see it right now, but let me just come back to that. But anyway, we're spending a whole lot of money on the golf course, and it's ridiculous. I'm going to come back to that later, but let me show you how you can track the money that's coming into your municipalities. Um, Let me go to that right now. We're going to wrap this thing up because, like I say, I wasn't prepared for this show today, but someone asked me about this PPP loan forgiveness money. And so right at the last minute, I just try to dig up some stuff just to go ahead and broadcast the show for today. But let me go in here and stop this screen, and I want to pull up how you can track this money, okay? Okay, for example, let's go to the funding map, all right? That's what we're finna do right now. Okay, if you live in any particular city, right now I already have the city of Osceola pulled up, all right? And what you would do, you can search by county, you can search by zip code, or what have you. When you pull up this screen, I'm gonna see if I can. I'm trying to move it around. Right over here, where I got my cursor, up here in this corner right here, you got a search bar. You can either type in the county or you can type in the zip code. I'm just giving you an example. When you go to the website, it's called Pandemic Oversight. That's what you would type in for, say, a Google search. You would type in Pandemic Oversight. Okay, when your page come up, you will go to the selection tracking the money. Okay, and when you click on that, this is the screen you get right here. All right, and as you can see, I got 72370. That's what is typed in. Okay, now if you come over here, it got a right here where I got my cursor. It showed just for the city of Osceola. We tracking the money just for the city of Osceola. All right, there was 22 awards that was given to the city of Osceola. Now that does not mean that all of these awards went to the Osceola city government. There are people living within Osceola who have a small business or whatever they also submitted an application to get money. It could be some of the factories, some of the food chain, restaurants, or what have you. They also made a submission to get some of this money. But right here, you see, and this is the city of Osceola. I'm thinking this is the city government. You see right here where I got my cursor? The total obligation to the city of Osceola was $420,526. That's the money that Osceola was approved for. Now, let's drop down and I'll show you how much they spent of that money. They don't spend $360,950 because they got to spend this money. Why? You must stimulate the economy. That's why they give you this money. And so the only question is now, let me drop down. If you drop down, scroll down here, you can click on, you see where it say view? You can click on view. We're tracking the money, y'all. You can click on view. When you click on view, you'll get a screen come up. It'll start loading on you, of course. Let me click it again. Okay, now the page is loading, okay? Award details. Now, if you see me scroll down here, I'm trying to look on my screen to make sure I'm on I got to pull it up properly before I go on. Want to make sure the screen is showing. All right. But anyway, I'm hoping you all can see that. I'm not seeing it on my screen here. I know I got a little lag time behind. I'm hoping you all can see that. Okay, so for it, I don't think you all see this here. So let me go back up here because I don't see it on my screen. So let me do this here. Let me go up here. Let me stop this. And let me go up here and try to pull that up right now. Okay, share screen. Okay. Award details. That's where we at right there. Okay, that's what we want right here. And hopefully that screen can come up. All right. Now, hopefully it will begin to start showing now. I'm going back and forth looking at my screen to make sure that we got it on. Okay, look like we in business. Okay, as I was saying, on the award, you get different right up here. You see where it say tracking the money, where I got my cursor. This is the pandemic oversight, tracking the money. Okay. Now, I want to say before I go any further, this is the city of Osceola. All right. Now, as I said, they got $400,000. You see right here where I got my cursor, $420,000, 526, $420,526. They don't spend $360,950 of it. Okay, that's what they don't spend. Now, if you're a star, let's just say, you see where I got my cursor? It got the Osceola Housing Authority. They were one of the recipients to receive some of this money. Okay, let's see how much they got. Let's go ahead and scroll over here. Let me see if I can make this thing go over. Housing Authority, they got Osceola Housing Authority now, $165,088. That's what they got. Okay, that's what they got. Let's see how much they spend. They spend $165,088. They spend it all. Okay. You also have let me go back. I'm trying to make sure I can do this right. You also have the River Mander Inn, whoever that is. They got $24,930, and they spend it all. Okay. Of course, you have others also. Let's go and do now. That's Osceola, and that's the housing authority. Okay. You also have I think there's a Osceola Seminole Village, I think they got some of the funding as well. Uh, so let's go and see if we can move this screen over. Okay. You all have any questions, just let me know. Or type it in. Okay, Oxiolo Seminole Village. Okay, that's another um, entity that received money. I don't know how many loans they get, but this is one they get for $1,818. And what did they say they was going to do with that money? Department of Housing and Urban Development. Okay, Section 8 Housing and Assistance Payment Program. Now, assistance payment program, that could mean anything from rent to utilities. So it'll be good to know if this money was spent for the purpose it was requested for. Okay. Now let's go back and to our map, and let's try to do the city of Blyville. Let's see if we can go back and pull up Blyville. Okay. Let's go to the home page. And let's see if we can start tracking the money again. Okay. Okay, let's go and track the money. See if we can pull up Blyville. Okay, funding, the map, funding map. Okay, now you see where I'm got my cursor, the little search bar? I'm going to click on that and I'm going to type in a zip code. Let's do 72315. Okay, that's Blyville zip code. When you click on the search bar, you'll get this map that come up right here. All right. Now I got to find the dot. You got certain dots all over the place. I'm just going to select this dot and see if that is the one. Okay, that's not the one. You see the zip code is wrong. So that's not what I'm looking for. So let's click out of that and let's try to find this one. Let's see if this one, let's see what it does. That's Blyville. You see if we drop down 72315. You see the zip code? We're tracking the money, y'all. We're tracking the money. Total obligation. Looked like it was a little over $2 million that was awarded to the city of Blyville. That don't mean that the city government got all that money. It could mean a different other entities like the housing authority. It could be some of the companies that exist, the restaurants, the schools, daycare. All of that money is being dispersed to those who made an application for that money. Okay, total spending of this money so far, this $2 million or what have you, $112. That's how much of this $2 million has been spent so far. Now, if you drop down, remember how I stated in with Osceola, you see where it says award details report? That's what you want to click on. You click on view. When you click on view, you get some information that's loading. It's loading now. Okay, now once that information is loaded, now you want to go to award details. Let's scroll down and see who got the money. All right. Okay, first of all, let me go back. I went too fast. Let me go back. Tab up. As you can see, the very first one, we got Arkansas Northeastern College. Okay, ANC. Let's see what they got. Let's track the money, y'all. Let me go down. We want to track this money. We want to track this money. Let's pull this over a little bit. Okay, let's go back up to AC&C. Okay, let's go back up. Okay. Where you at, ANC? And disappeared on me. Okay. ANC was one of the first ones that we saw. But here it is. We see the Department of Education. They got some of the money as well. But I was trying to find ANC. There's also others in this map for us people that who has businesses that made a loan submission. I mean, an application for some of this money. Okay, I'm trying to find something that you all can be familiar with, familiarize yourself with in terms of. Uh, okay, there we go, right there. Let me just click over. I see it now. What it is, I went over too far. Let me just come back this way just a little bit. Now I'm gonna go back up. Okay, go back up now. Okay, now let me do it. I'm just come on, get it together, Tony. Okay, okay. This thing want to do what it want to do. Let me go back up here. Come on. Okay. There go the city of Blytheville right there. The city of Blytheville. Looked like that was $20,000 for the Department of Transportation. Okay. I don't know how they spend that money, but it stated the Department of Transportation. All right. Let's go up here. But you get a general idea of what I'm saying, of how you can track this money. You just type in the zip code, you can type in the county or what have you, and you can pull up whatever. Look like I'm still over there. Zip code. Let me go back up here. Something is not right. Okay. Oh, that's where we're at. Okay, now look like I'm back where I need to be. Okay. Now, let me go up here. Oh, that's not it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you pretty much get a general idea of exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to tracking this money. And I'm hoping that I've said something or showed you something that would give you a general idea of how you can track this money. Okay. Let me go back up here and do a stop share so we can get back into where we were. Okay. Now, paycheck program, forgiveness, awards, oversight. That's where we want to be right there. Okay. Let me go back there. Okay. Now, I don't know if you all can see that. Trying to see if it come back up on my screen. I want to show you Northeastern Arkansas College. Okay. That's the very first one, Arkansas Northeastern College, Mississippi County. Look like the dollars obligated or awarded to them was $1,289,031. Okay. So far they spend $267,553. That's what ANC has spent so far. How they're going to use that money, I don't know. That was a grant. They also got another grant, Arkansas Northeastern College, for $566. $566,884. They spend $274,025 of that money. Okay. The housing authority, let's go to them. One, two, three. Drop down where I got my cursor here. The Blythe Housing Authority. They got obligated to $123,010. So far, they don't spend $79,067 of that money. Okay. And of course, let's see if we can scroll down a little bit. You got the Blythe Housing Authority. We got them. City of Blythe. They got $50,000 loan, and they spend like $20,000 for that. And they just keep going on and on and on. So you get a general idea of what I'm saying. You just go up there and you just do the search and key in the county, or you key in the zip code or what have you, and that is how you can learn as to how to track the money. I'm gonna go over here to my search bar and see if I got any questions, because, like I say, I wasn't prepared for this show today on the PPP program. It's just that I was asked about the money, and I just, since I had canceled I didn't cancel, but since there was some conflict in the scheduling, I have to put it off to next week. And so I decided just to do this show. I'm not prepared 100%. I hope I gave you some information at best to give you some understanding as to how you can go after this money. And so, how you doing, Miss Webb? How you doing? Miss Williams, how you doing? Appreciate you all tuning in to try to get some understanding as to how you can get your hand on the money to benefit you, as well as tracking the money as to how your city council is spending the money, and the mayor, of course, mayor and the council. But anyway, that's basically all I have. If you all don't have any questions for me, it's obvious that you don't, because I don't see any over here. And so please do make your application for some of this funding. If you choose to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out of this here. But please do submit your application. Now, like I say, they did a deadline for you to, if you hadn't drawed your second draw on the payment, you only did one draw, you get two. I think they extended that date. It was scheduled to expire, I think, sometime in April. I think that date has been pushed back to May. Oh, how you doing? Well, I see my people coming in now. How you doing there, brother Tyrone? How you doing? Got brother Tyrone. We got sister James. How you doing? Okay, we got some people coming in now, but that's basically what I had. Find out if you have any concerns as to how your city council and mayor is spending the money that they have made a request from the federal government. In some cases from the state government, because the money is pushed down to the state government, and there's a committee there, oversight committee, not an oversight committee, but a COVID-19 pandemic committee, whatever you call them. But they the one that is putting their heads together to write up all the rules and what have you, when this money is being asked of. And so speak with your state representative, Monty Hodges. Speak with your state senator, Dave Wallace, and they can give you more information on this money. But there have been a vast majority. I didn't want to put their names on the screen, but there have already been a lot of people here in Blythe that is benefiting from that money. Whether they got a hair salon, whether they got a food service restaurant, insurance, you name it. These people have already made a submission for that money. Some of them already done draw twice. You get two draws. Your first piece of money and you get that little second piece of money. You get two draws. All right. And don't forget, there's a certain deadline. I think it's like 10 months. Within 10 months of you requesting this funding or whenever the program kicked off or what have you, you got 10 months to get with your PPP lender and ask for forgiveness of however much money that he gave you, whether it's 20,000 or what have you. I think most of the loans that was given was right at probably about $20,000, except for some of your bigger companies, of course. But anyway, that's basically all I have. Don't have anything else. And like I say, next week we're going to have a robust discussion on black crime and police reform. And there's going to be a question. And the question is, should the pastors or do the pastors have an obligation or a duty to be concerned with black on black crime in this city? As well as, should they be concerned with police reform? And last, how prepared not just our officials, but even from the clergy, what are they doing to prepare voters uh, who will be going to cast their vote in midterm elections? Midterm elections just passed, but in midterm elections coming up, to make sure that voter suppression is being dealt with. We're going to need all of our leaderships. I mean, we're really going to need everyone to step up because there are a lot of voter suppression bills that has rolled out right here in Arkansas. And before I close, you all, I don't have the bill number. I think it's a Senate Bill 622. Arkansas was one of 3 states that don't have a hate crime bill. Okay. And Senator Joyce Elliott and there's another lady, they've been working for years to try to get such a hate bill, some type of legislation passed. I think how this bill come up, there was some, what do you call them, LGBTQ, TQ, I can't pronounce the initials, but you know what I mean. There was a person who was hung, and there is some legislators decided to push for legislation to make it a hate crime for any person, excuse me, any person to bring harm to someone who is of a particular class. In this particular case, we're talking about the gay and lesbian community. All right. And so that bill, of course, hadn't went anywhere. In fact, what the legislators did do, they passed some type of legislation as it relates to the Arkansas Sentencing Commission guidelines, giving you more, extending your time, which that may be some legal concerns in that. For example, I think the law, the way it's written now, for certain crimes, you can do anywhere between a quarter of your time to 50% of your time. Probably, I think the highest of it is 70% of your time. With this new bill, for certain serious offenses, you will be required to do 80% of your sentence before you're eligible for parole. And so that was supposed to be the substitute for not supporting a hate crime bill. Sound pretty crazy. But anyway, that's my show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all got some information that you can use to pass along to someone else if it's not you who is in need of that money. PPP. This money has been given out to some of your major corporations for years. I mean, millions. And they never paid this money back. But due to the fact we're in a pandemic, now you, as the little guy, you get an opportunity now to reap the benefit of some of this money. But I want to caution you. and I'm serious when I say this, please do what is your intended purpose for this money that you ask for, because they do have an oversight committee. There are entities across this country right now who are being investigated. Some of them are being investigated because of unemployment fraud, check wise, uh, saying that they have certain amount of employees when they don't, because that's the purpose of this money, is for you to keep people working, okay? Not lay folks off. There are other people, whether you're talking residential or whether you're talking commercial, let's just say mortgage, or let's just say business rent, or what have you. If you have a landlord that is hounding you about rent, that it be residential or that it be commercial, then that landlord might very well be in trouble, because that is the purpose of the PPP program. That landlord is being compensated. Okay. And so, but they do have an oversight committee uh, to where you can um, refer to uh, if you fall victim to something as, rent, utilities. The housing authority, Blau and Osceola, they receive tons of dollars, the tens of thousands of dollars, and some of that money is supposed to be used for to pay mortgages. I mean, excuse me, to pay rent, and also that money can be used to help those who are struggling with their utility bills. Okay, so there is oversight over this money. So please, ladies and gentlemen, when you get this money, do right, because if you don't, there will be punishment, and you could be assessed with a felony. All right, theft of government funds. But anyway, that's my show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you all for tuning in. Uh, I see my brother there. He doing fine. Just been working a lot. Oh, brother, congratulations on your job. Me, I don't hung it up. Hung it up 4 or 5 years ago. Um, but anyway, be safe on the job. Um, what's that, Miss Hampton? How you doing there? You doing okay? Uh, I see Miss Barclay. How you doing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seemed like I want to go back up, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Look like I got everybody. But for those of you who late tuning in, uh, I was giving some information on how you can submit your application to benefit from some of this PPP money. Uh, they call it a loan. Initially, when you get this money, it is considered a loan. But over a period of between what they say 8 to 24 weeks or somewhere in there, if you're spending the money for the intended purpose and you following all the rules, within 10 months before your loan become due, you can go back to your PPP lender and you can ask that your loan be forgiven. You have to do that. In order for your loan to be forgiven, you have to ask for it, okay? But your PPP lender, they will be the one that you will contact, and hopefully they will have uh, the information to share with you, to just go ahead and walk you through the process of trying to have your loan forgiven. Okay. But please come back next week, and we're going to have that robust conversation. Uh, black on black crime, police reform, and as I indicated, what role does the pastors have as it relates to black on black crime, as it relates to police reform? Do they have a role to play? You know, do they have a role to play also when it comes to voter suppression? And so those are going to be some of the topics that we're going to be talking about next week. All right. So if there's nothing else to come before um, today's broadcast, I don't see any questions over here. Um, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I see my cousin done tuned in. Shayla, how you doing, cuz? You doing all right? Okay. But please catch me, ladies and gentlemen, next week, as I say, and we're going to come back again with another great show, okay? So I'm getting ready to sign off if I don't have any questions. And so will you all please catch me again next week Okay, cuz you say she's doing good. Catch me again next week when we will bring you another broadcast, brand new broadcast, which we will be discussing the pastors um, as to what they can do to help us along the way. Okay, we're going to need their help. Our pastors, they consider to be leaders in the community, and we want to make sure that they do it all that is needed to help you and me and others. Okay, so please talk with your pastor, find out what is her plan. So I catch you next week. Okay, April the 25th, 2001. So until then, peace and love. God bless and good night.